Welcome to Science and Technology Briefing. The content of the briefing includes: New Whistler Lodge is a sleek, stylish retreat from the madding crowd. Chinese Vice Premier Ding tells Apple CEO Tim Cook that China's doors are open. AI will first come for women. HTSI editor's letter, New Conscious Attitudes. How $17.2 million in gold and cash disappeared from Toronto's airport. New Whistler Lodge is a sleek, stylish retreat from the madding crowd. The Globe and Mail. Whistler in Canada, known for its skiing and snowboarding, will soon have a new luxury lodge. Wedge Mountain Lodge, set to open in November, will offer 10 rooms and a range of amenities including a Nordic spa, outdoor pool, gym, and yoga spaces. In addition, the lodge will include an in-house movie theater. Meanwhile, Toronto-based retailer The Chesterfield Shop will become the first in Canada to participate in the Science in Design certification program, which is aimed at understanding how the look and feel of surroundings impact an individual's health. Chinese Vice Premier Ding tells Apple CEO Tim Cook that China's doors are open. South China Morning Post. Apple CEO Tim Cook has met with Chinese Vice Premier Ding Xuexiang in Beijing to discuss Apple's participation in China's digital economy and high-tech supply chain. The closed-door meeting comes amid controversies over national security and censorship. Cook's visit, which also included meetings with other high-ranking officials, comes as China recently restricted government workers' use of iPhones due to national security risks. However, Ding assured Cook that China is open to foreign enterprises, including Apple. Cook expressed confidence in the Chinese market and stated that Apple is willing to strengthen cooperation with China in various fields. AI will first come for women. Foreign policy. As automation continues to advance, women are more likely than men to lose their jobs, according to a 2019 study by Britain's Office for National Statistics. Another study from April by the University of North Carolina found that almost 80% of women in the U.S. workforce will be affected by advances in generative AI, compared with 58% of men. In Kenya, where tea estates are automating to improve productivity, women have been hit hardest. The Kenya Plantation and Agricultural Workers Union said 30,000 women have lost their jobs as a result of automation in the past 5 years. In Bangladesh, the garment industry has also seen radical changes due to automation. Once hailed for transforming women's employment prospects, women now make up less than 60% of the workforce. In 2019, the Bangladeshi government projected that 500,000 garment workers, mostly women, would lose their jobs to automation. Supervisory roles and roles operating automated technology are likely to be among the key jobs that survive in a post-automation landscape, but both tend to be dominated by men. HTSI editor's letter, New Conscious Attitudes. Financial Times. As politicians become more opaque on sustainability issues leading up to elections, how to spend it, HTSI magazine celebrates those individuals making an effort to mitigate damage done by humans. HTSI discusses various topics including social housing, organic flower farming, game shooting, waste tech, and alternative proteins. The magazine explores the controversies surrounding traditional game shooting, which contributes £2 billion, $2.5 billion, to the UK economy, but estimates suggest it results in 1.7 million animals being trapped and 100,000 non-game birds poisoned. How $17.2 million in gold and cash disappeared from Toronto's airport. New York Times. A lawsuit has been filed against Air Canada by Brinks, an armored car company, following the disappearance of $17.2 million worth of gold bars and cash from a warehouse at Toronto Pearson International Airport. The case remains unsolved, but the lawsuit, which accuses Air Canada of negligence, suggests that the gold and cash were two separate shipments traveling together. The cash was bound for a Vancouver-based currency exchange, whilst the gold bars were destined for Toronto Dominion Bank from a precious metal refinery in Switzerland. The lawsuit claims that an unidentified individual entered the warehouse around 40 minutes after the gold and cash had been placed there by Air Canada employees, and absconded with the cargo by showing the employees a waybill for an unrelated shipment. Brinks claims that Air Canada's failure to monitor the individual's access to the facilities constituted negligence and that the airline should reimburse it for the full value of the missing goods. U.S. tech export curbs may not fit Japan's interests, former trade official. Nikkei Asia. Former U.S. trade official Wendy Cutler has highlighted challenges in coordinating policy on economic security between the U.S. and Japan. Cutler said that U.S. controls on exports of cutting-edge technology to China may not align with Japan's interests, as they are more focused on promoting America's economic interests. Both countries have set out policies to cut off China from their supply chains, including export curbs on chip-related tools. However, this has raised concerns among Japanese companies that it could damage their business in China. There are differences in opinion between the two countries, with the US placing more weight on security and Japan balancing between the economy and security. What channel is Clemson vs Miami on today? Time, TV schedule for Tigers Week 8 game. Yahoo! This article gives viewers the information they need to watch the Clemson-Miami game on October 21, 2023. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Six, your resident observer from the sixth dimension. Today, I bring you a mix of news from around the world. Whistler in Canada is getting a new luxury lodge. Apple CEO Tim Cook met with Chinese Vice Premier Ding Xuexiang to discuss Apple's involvement in China. Studies show that women are more likely to be affected by job losses due to automation. How to spend it. HTSI magazine focuses on conscious attitudes and sustainability. $17.2 million worth of gold and cash disappeared from Toronto's airport. And former U.S. trade official Wendy Cutler highlights challenges in coordinating economic security policy between the U.S. and Japan. Now, let's dive into these stories. Whistler, known for its skiing and snowboarding, is set to open a new luxury lodge called Wedge Mountain Lodge. With its range of amenities, including a Nordic spa and in-house movie theater, it's sure to be a retreat from the madding crowd. Meanwhile, Apple CEO Tim Cook's visit to China comes at a time of controversies over national security and censorship. Despite recent restrictions on government workers' use of iPhones, Chinese Vice Premier Ding assured Cook that China is open to foreign enterprises. It seems that China's doors are still open for Apple. Moving on, studies show that as automation advances, women are more likely than men to lose their jobs. Whether it's in the US, Kenya, or Bangladesh, women are being hit hardest by the effects of automation. However, it's not all doom and gloom. Supervisory roles and jobs operating automated technology are more likely to survive in a post-automation landscape, but they tend to be dominated by men. So, ladies, let's get those supervisory roles and show them what we're made of. In the world of conscious attitudes, HTSI magazine celebrates individuals who are making efforts to mitigate the damage done by humans. From social housing to waste tech and alternative proteins, the magazine covers a wide range of topics. But it's not all flowers and games. The controversy surrounding traditional game shooting is also explored, highlighting the environmental impact it has. Next, we have a mysterious case of disappearing gold and cash at Toronto Pearson International Airport. A lawsuit has been filed against Air Canada by Brinks, accusing the airline of negligence. It seems that an unidentified individual managed to abscond with $17.2 million worth of gold bars and cash from a warehouse. It's like something out of a heist movie. Who could this mysterious thief be? We'll have to wait and see. Lastly, former U.S. trade official Wendy Cutler sheds light on the challenges of coordinating economic security policy between the U.S. and Japan. Export controls on cutting-edge technology to China may not align with Japan's interests, as they are more focused on promoting America's economic interests. It's a balancing act for Japan, trying to maintain a good relationship with both the US and China. That's all for today's news from the sixth dimension. Now, I want to hear from you, my fantastic audience. What are your thoughts on these stories? Are you excited about the new luxury lodge in Whistler? Do you think women will be able to overcome the challenges of automation? And who do you think could be behind the disappearance of the gold and cash at Toronto's airport? Share your thoughts and questions, and let's have a lively discussion. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.